Hold on tight. With the swift kick, Hyo Yuanji sent Zhao Jian tumbling down like a ripe tomato, and then he dove into the world of martial arts, focusing on love and combat. Now he's a big shot in Tianjin, raising a lovely daughter, even though his first wife went to the great beyond early, and dear mom is always nudging him to find a helper at home. Yet Hyo Yuanji didn't care, aiming to be the Hyo family's number one. His buddy Zhao Jian shared the same ambition. After honing his skills for years, Zhao Jian returned to Tianjin, setting up a massive ring, ready for a glorious revenge match. Zhao Jian set up 49 wooden stumps under the ring, while Hyo Yuanji actually jumped up, engaging in a stump climbing competition. Hyo Yuanji, like a wild stallion, dashed across the stumps. The stumps got steeper, but he leaped up and grabbed the edge of the ring like a magician. Just then, Zhao Jian kicked hard. Hyo Yuanji reacted like a ninja and counter-kicked. The duel felt like an action movie come to life. The crowd was captivated by Zhao Jian's remarkable skills, firm as a mountain, while Hyo Yuanji's attacks were like a breeze through trees. With great momentum, Hyo Yuanji flipped back onto the ring using Zhao Jian's force, thinking, I must win. Alright, here's your chance. Hyo Yuanji launched a sudden attack, trying to knock Zhao Jian off balance. Moments later, Zhao Jian was kicked off the ring, but grabbed a plank to avoid becoming a meat pancake. He climbed back onto the ring. Hyo Yuanji attacked fiercely, tearing Zhao Jian's clothes, like a fashion shoot. Zhao Jian's strikes were as fast and fierce as cat paws, putting Hyo Yuanji on the edge and in a perilous position. Hyo Yuanji was quick on his feet, grabbing Zhao Jian to hoist himself back onto the ring, feeling like a flying Powerpuff Girl. But Zhao Jian's attack seemed off, and Hyo Yuanji easily caught a tiger claw, more like a sad cat paw in this instance. You're definitely losing. Hyo Yuanji ruthlessly cornered Zhao Jian, who still tried to wiggle free. Hyo Yuanji took another shot, and this time, Zhao Jian lost his footing and plopped down from the ring with a pop. You okay? I'm fine, I fell from this height and am cool. Zhao Jian replied confidently. The crowd erupted in applause. Hyo Yuanji won the duel, making quite the splash. But alas, this was the start of my family's downfall, Hyo Yuanji thought gloomily as he hosted a grand feast at Guyu Tower that evening. Martial arts seniors congratulated him. Hyo Yuanji became the big boss, evoking mixed feelings. This society is truly terrible. If I don't do business, I've got no future, Hyo Yuanji lamented, as if cursing his own fate. Every night, his daughter would sit at the door waiting for dad to come home, a heartwarming bond indeed. Hyo Yuanji was generous to everyone. If you wanted to learn martial arts, you could be his student. After a few rounds of drinks, anyone could become his disciple. It was like a boozy martial arts academy. Hyo Yuanji's grand proclamations filled him with joy from the public's affection. What a happy man. Meanwhile, his good friend Jing-sun worried, reminding Hyo Yuanji that the world wasn't peaceful and urging him to do something beneficial for the country. But Hyo Yuanji was solely focused on becoming the number one in gym, and what if he wrote an autobiography one day? Leave these trivial matters to scholars. I'm just a martial artist, he emphasized. Being the number one in gym men is paramount. Without it, I can't even face anyone. You've never stood on the platform. How different it feels. What's different? When you're down there, win or lose isn't your problem, you're just here for the show. But on this side, you can only win and not lose, Jing-sun worriedly remarked. I couldn't hear a single thing. Did you hear Hyo Yuanji set up a ring in Tianjin? Experts are challenging him left and right. Every time, it truly is a matter of life and death. Challengers showcase their unique abilities, yet no one has been able to defeat him so far. This is too boring. Why not all challenge him at once, with life and death at stake? Hyo Yuanji's power was indeed remarkable, like a deity from above, leaving his opponents utterly crushed. Dozens of challengers were left injured. Hyo Yuanji's reputation soared to the heavens. Back then, you were undoubtedly the number one in Jin men. It was today young Hyo Yuanji who not only fought, but chased after good wine. After every match, had invite friends for a big celebration, and fans flocked to him. After taking this toast, we're all brothers, united. However, a young man came over teasing, you still haven't beaten me. Hearing this, Hyo Yuanji tensed up. This guy was also a renowned hero in Jin men, and challenging him was no joke. However, Hyo Yuanji quickly regained his composure, reveling in the laughter of his friends. The accountant informed him that these expenses were all racked up by his disciples unintentionally. Faced with such expenses, Jing-sun was worried and advised Hyo Yuanji to abandon this drunken and dreamy lifestyle. Hyo Yuanji declared he had won 32 consecutive matches, with no rivals left in Jin men, and he needed to soar even higher. Yet, Jing-sun couldn't fathom Hyo Yuanji's obsession with being number one in Jin man and hoped he would wake up soon to do something more worthwhile.